welcome to the Tipsy Iron Novice. I am your host, BJ, and I'm really excited that you all decided to join me today. This is actually the first official episode, so I'm pumped to get started with some ideas that I have. I, of course, am an avid fan of shows like Chopped, Iron Chef, The Next Top Chef, and I've always been impressed by these chefs' ability to get any ingredient and create masterpieces with what they have. With that being something that I admire heavily, I thought, why not try to create a YouTube channel, record my journey of me trying different ingredients, learning how to create them, and working with things that I've never worked with before. Whether it is trying to make gnocchi, whether it's learning how to fillet a whole fish or butcher an entire duck. These are all skills that I want to learn how to do. I have no idea how to do them, but as a result of this channel, I will be starting with different ingredients and seeing what I can do. So with that being said, we will go ahead and get started with our first official video here. But before we do that, that tipsy aspect of my name is very important, and I have something special here. I feel like cooking is so much more fun when you have something to drink in your hand. So every time I am cooking something, I will be drinking something just to make this a little bit more enjoyable for myself and maybe for you as well. So today I will be drinking Glenlivet, which is actually an amazing whiskey. This is the Caribbean Reserve, which I have not had before. Well, there's a little bit gone already, so I've had some, but I'm gonna have some more. My goal is to get most of the prep knocked out before I'm like 2 glasses in, but we'll see if that works. I will be starting off with the shot to taste the flavor, let you know how it is. Again, it is the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. Cheers. Hope my mom's not watching this, but it's okay. Yep, as good as I remember last night. 1 shot in, nice hefty pour. And we're on our way, let's do it. So today I actually will be working with a Rainbow Trout. This is a farm-raised Rainbow Trout that I got from Whole Foods. The whole fish was about $6.80. I have actually never filleted a fish before. This is my first time. Right, I am not a novice to the kitchen, I'm not a beginner to the kitchen. Like, I think I would do really well on like the worst cooks in America because I know my way around a kitchen and I know how to do certain things. But working with whole fish and things along these lines are definitely different, right? Even when I was there like trying to pick it out, I'm like, okay, what does it look like? What am I gonna be doing? Everything looked fresh and great there, which is awesome. Whole Foods always has a great selection of meats and fish and whatnot. So here is the fish we're working with. Literally, this is my first time picking this fish up. Hopefully it doesn't like bite me or attack me because it looks like so real. Obviously it's real, but it looks alive, I should say, and this alcohol is not helping. And yep, so they did not gut this either, so I definitely will be gutting this too. Okay, I think I'm gonna need another drink. Cross-contamination, I know, we'll wash everything and be sanitary, but I'm gonna need this, y'all. So here is my fish. I will name her Bertha. I don't even know if it's a fish or a girl or not, but Bertha sounds appropriate. We have my knife. This is probably not a fish cut knife, but it's what I have right now. Again, I am the Tipsy Iron Chef, the Tipsy Iron Novice, right? So we'll just do what we can with what we got. So I did watch a few YouTube videos on how to fillet a fish, so I'm somewhat knowledgeable on it. We'll see how it goes. Of course, the Rainbow Trout, from my knowledge, from my research, the Rainbow Trout is a part of the salmon family, so it is similar somewhat. It will be a little bit lighter than a salmon, and a lot of the time farm-raised trout, particularly the Rainbow Trout, will be a white fish. I hear that if they're wild caught or based on their diet, they can be red fish, but I'm pretty sure this one will be a white fish. So we will see if I'm right. All right, one more drink. Okay, put it here, just one more drink. All right, now. Glenlivet coming through for me. Okay, so I'm gonna take the pointy end of the knife and going to start at the anus, I hear. Is the anus here? Where's the anus, y'all? Okay, I'm gonna start with the anus here, and I am going to just, I think this is the anus, cut here. And make sure, I don't want to cut myself. I always make fun of people on Chopped when they cut themselves, so I'm going to try to use appropriate knife skill and do this. I was not anticipating this having its entrails. This is going to be quite the adventure. All right, cut a little bit of it. I do not think I went back far enough. It looked like the anus, but maybe not. So I'm going to start back a little bit further. Actually, it was. Okay. Right, so we have that. Okay, so I cut that. Let's see if I can cut up a little bit more. Yep, I think that's all I'm gonna get. Oh, there we go. So I was able to cut back a little bit further, if you can see that. And I will just start looking for stuff in here. Yo, this is super difficult. Okay, so look, it did work out a little bit more. I am able to get some more space in there. So I will go ahead and take some of these intros out. So the stomach is still in there. Do I just grab it, y'all? Yeah. I am just gonna grab it. I think I busted something. I for sure busted something. That was not supposed to happen. Okay. All right, so take that out. All right, well, you can see I'm actually gonna rinse this fish off because I did get some gunk everywhere. I don't know if you all can see that, but there's a little bit of gunk and stuff that might be the poo. So I'm gonna get some poo off of this. All right, y'all, so I'm able to take, I think, looks like there's a liver, some liver and onions or something in here. All right, but it looks somewhat clean. So I was not prepared to do the gutting part. I thought it would be gutted already. And honestly, you're charged by the pound. I wish they would have taken that out for me, but I know next time when I get a fish, see if it's been gutted or whatnot. This is the part I think I know how to do, the filleting part, okay? So it had this little gill here. Right, so it has this gill here. So I know that I'm supposed to get just into the gill and cut a little bit in, right, just a tad bit. This looks like it's about to jump up at me and bite my face off. This is so different. Okay, so looking for that, just cut in a little bit. Once I'm in, I know I'm supposed to turn my knife to the left, and I want to start, well, no, cut here. I don't think this is sharp enough at all. Can you sharpen the knife when there's ish on it? I don't think so. Oh wow. Okay, so we're gonna try again. Cut in, and then once I'm in there just a little bit, turn the knife to face the tail of the fish and kind of start cutting back. No, I understand. I don't think I'm in here deep enough. Oh, I'm supposed to go before the fin. So you're supposed to get the fin and go inside the fin there. There you go, and that opens up a lot easier. Yeah, so the important thing is you don't want to cut in front of the fin, right? You want to lift that fin up, cut behind the fin, I'm thinking, y'all. And then once I'm in here, because everything loosened up tremendously. Okay, so once I'm in there, I can use the knife and I can feel the spine here. And then once I'm inside that spine, I'm gonna start turning the blade towards the tail and kind of start working my way back, okay? I know that I will be able to feel that spine as I'm going backwards, which is okay. Try not to go too deep so you can avoid some of those bones. All right. Yo, this is difficult. Oh, and I think I got some poop. So these fillets are gonna have to be washed because there is some yellow stuff on here, which I think I cut something in the belly. Hopefully I'm not doing something that like is gonna cause me to get sick later on. But I'm in here, I am getting the fillet. I can see the spine here. I can feel it as I'm cutting back. And I'm gonna keep cutting back, keep cutting back. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right, so let's see how I did. Cut that, flip it open, and there is my fillet. I am actually super pumped. I was not anticipating it being that difficult. Like, I really thought it was gonna be like gutted and everything, so this was a nice little surprise. Feels like I'm in an episode of Chopped right now, but that's okay. All right, so there we go. One fillet. I don't know if there are bones in this or not. So here's my fillet, y'all. Right, looks nice, looks good. All right, I will wash it off a little bit and cut some of these fins off, because there are these fins. I was not supposed to have them in there, but I think that was a result of me not filleting it appropriately. Again, my first time ever filleting a fish, and I'm actually pretty excited about how I'm doing. So one fillet looks good. All right, it will need to be washed out. There are bones in here. I don't know if I can get all the bones out or if I'm supposed to, but for the most part, I'm looking. Fillets down. Looks like I was able to get a lot of the meat off of there. You can feel that spine and everything. So I think I've done a good job. The main thing I'm learning right now, you see these chefs and they always carry their own knives everywhere. I understand why. This was a good knife. I thought I was doing something, but I will need to up my knife game. You will see that in the next episode, in the next couple of episodes. So I can just get better at this. Okay, I did a pretty good job for my first time and having no teacher and watching Chopped 1,000 times. So that's great, got all of that. I do want to do an episode where I do like a fish head stew or a fish head soup. So I will save this fish head for later and film it. I don't know where to cut it, so it's like fish head soup, but I'm just gonna make sure I'm looking at the eye and it's looking back at me, and I'm gonna go to the side a little bit and just chop here and make sure that that's okay. Hopefully that will work. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. So, and I did say I would do well on the worst cooks in America, but based off of how I'm butchering this fish, I don't think I would do that well. Normally they just have chicken, but it's like already like drumsticks and thighs, but not like a whole something. And I don't think this knife is big enough, honestly, to cut the head of a fish, because I'm remembering The Little Mermaid, where the chef in the kitchen was like, had the big knife and he's chopping shit and things are flying everywhere and popping everywhere. This is not a Little Mermaid knife where I'm gonna be chopping and heads are flying everywhere. So I know that I'm working a man down in the sense of not having the appropriate material, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Yeah, so we'll leave this for later. Oh, there's a big piece of meat right here. Oh my goodness. I can't forget this. Is this meat or is this fin? This is fin meat, y'all. That's the best kind of meat. The fin meat. Y'all like fin meat? Well, I like me some fin meat. Okay, so fish is done. Head is there. We will use the head. Don't worry about it. I know there's a lot of pieces here, but that head will be used. Let me just try to chop it. See if it works. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like you just took bones and cartilage and... I'm sorry, Bertha. Okay. Alright, y'all. I got the head. Alright, I got the head. So this will immediately go into I will seal this appropriately, and I will have to get my wife to help me. And it will go into our freezer for one of our future videos. Okay, with that being said, this is what I have left, right? Just the tail, a little bit of meat there. I didn't do the greatest job filleting it, but in all honesty, again, it's my first time, so I'm very impressed with myself and with the liquor, the alcohol, because it is great. Go ahead and get Glenlivet, we'll just call it that, and we'll keep moving. So I've done a good job. I got my fillets. I'm going to keep it moving to seasoning and cooking it. I know that fish cooks very quickly, so that will not take much time at all. All right, okay, hold on. Let's do this. Words are getting a little slurried, but that's okay. It makes me not freak out so much. During that little intermission, I just realized a flush of emotion came over me of what I just did to Bertha. How I took its entrails out. That's wild to me. We're gonna take a bit more of this. I'm making a mess. Like, the alcohol is pouring and stuff is popping everywhere. My wife walked in. I think she saw a fish scale on the floor and she got grossed out. So I'm gonna have to do some drunk cleaning. I might try start a drunk cleaning. Try? What was I doing? Okay, so we're gonna season this and just keep moving. 2 shots, 3.5, I don't remember, but it's actually really nice. I don't know, do you guys like your whiskey cold? I don't know if I'm supposed to chill it or not. I kind of like semi-chilled it because I was lazy and I didn't want to wait. So I put it in the freezer, put it in the refrigerator, no, the freezer, because that's colder, for 3 minutes. It didn't really do anything, but my brain is telling me it did something. Okay, we have the fillets. Oh, we have the fillets, okay. And I think I might be the only person in the history of life who sharpened their knife while they were filleting. So that's probably how that scale got on the floor or whatever my wife saw. Because I'm sharpening and cutting and everything. This is crazy. Okay, I'm sweating a little bit. It's warm. There's bones in here for sure. I did not do that part appropriately. But the 3 seasonings I'm going to be using. Garlic powder, right? I'm a big fan of garlic powder. I also want to try 2 of these seasonings. I haven't tried coriander too much, but I hear it's actually really good on trout, rainbow trout. So I'm going to use some coriander. Also, some smoked paprika. I immediately realized there is no salt or pepper here, so I will be grabbing that salt and pepper as well because we need some salt and pepper. We think, I like to be a little bit elevated. We don't like to do the iodized salt. We have some pink Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt, which is great. We have some black pepper, which I have underutilized pepper in my life tremendously, maybe until like last year, so this is awesome. Is it drunk in here or is it just me? Because I'm sweating like I stole something. But it's okay. Okay. You got that joke? Hopefully you got it. Okay. So now we're gonna season these fillets. Okay, so pink Himalayan sea salt. We have the smoked paprika. I'm a big fan of smoked. And then we have the black pepper, which we will be using. Big fan of the black pepper. All right. Oh, this is coriander. And I'm glad that I caught this is coriander and not pepper. That's okay. Did I use pepper? No, I used paprika. If I did, oh well, we can put some more pepper on it. We ain't nobody gonna know except my wife who's eating it with me. And then the last thing that we need is going to be the garlic powder. A little bit of garlic. Okay, this comes out a lot faster than the other ones, but that's okay. Boom. Oh, I'm chefing it, y'all. Chef Boyardee. Okay, let's start cooking these because I know from Chopped you cook skin side down first, so that side can be really seared and like have crispity crunchity frosted flakes. No, I meant to say, what's it with the Captain Crunch? You want them crispity crunchy like Captain Crunch. All right, I don't know why, but I just want to listen to some New Edition right now, y'all. If it isn't enough, why do? All right, we'll keep going. Everything is seasoned, ready to go, and we will start frying it. Pan searing it. The cast iron is warming up, as you can see here. But we have to have a drink in our hand, and it is getting hotter and hotter the more I'm cooking and drinking. My fillets are looking rough. My wife walks in and goes, we're gonna DoorDash tonight. We'll eat this, but DoorDash at the same time because I guess they're looking rough. I don't blame her. So I do know from my cooking shows, if your cast iron starts smoking, it's too hot. Blame it on the goose, got you feeling loose. Hey, let's keep going. So when you're trying to adjust temperature for electric stoves or stoves in general, it's really hard to gauge how high it needs to be or what setting it needs to be on. But I feel like I'm in a good place with it right now. So we'll start with first the big fillets, the little fillets, and we'll just make it happen. Okay, and I just hear that sizzling, man. That's like the most beautiful sound on the face of the planet. I did not oil my pan enough. I did not boil it enough at all. I already know that. That's not the appropriate way to do anything. Welcome to the Tipsy Iron Novice. It happens. Sometimes it's gonna happen. I don't have anything to flip my fish with. I'm not gonna use a spoon. Come on, we're more elevated than that. Let me grab my spatula real quick. So I think the idea is maybe 4 minutes at this temp. I got my wooden flipper. I am just gonna check on my fish really quickly to make sure that it's not cooking too hard on the bottom without that initial glazing of the oil. Beautiful sear. If I ever went on Chopped, I would be disappointed because I would be kicked off immediately. It's turning out well. It's not the prettiest thing, but once I plate it, it will be a little bit nicer, I think. Definitely. One of my favorite things about cooking while drinking is when you're cooking and little bits fall off, you eat those little bits that fall off. There's a crispy little bit in there that I'm about to eat right now. Y'all think there's bones in there? I'm gonna eat that. Y'all think there's, what you think? You think there's bones? Yeah. But I think I might have slightly over seasoned it. The salt is a little bit high. The texture is amazing. The texture of the skin and the texture of the fish as a whole is magnificent. So I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna plate it up and I'm gonna take a few bites. Hold tight, grab a drink. We're gonna be friends. Boku no Academia. Let's get it. The filet is here. I've cooked it well. It looks delicious. There's pieces everywhere. It's not chopped presentable. I think I'm understanding now that I need more work before I go on chop. I'm not there yet. Oh, I'm gonna try this. The skin texture is magnificent. I have a piece here. Let's see if there's bones in it because I did not fillet this appropriately. This is delicious and it has that like trouty flavor to it, right? So I did season it, but at the same time you can still taste the seasoning, the flavor of the fish. So I didn't over season it. I thought maybe the piece I had originally was a bit over salted, but the flavor of the fish is amazing. The texture is great. Great. Presentation needs a bit more work. It needs a bit more work, but it's still good. Thank you so much for joining me for my first official episode of the Tipsy Iron Chef, and I'm living up to every word in the name of this channel. It's Saturday, and I'm gonna enjoy this tipsiness with another cup of the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. All right. With that being said, have a great day, all, and we will see you next week for another video.